And North Korea seems to be going back on promises it made in its recent landmark agreement with South Korea. Pyongyang has warned Seoul to stop reinterpreting the wording of the deal for its own advantage. Hwang Sung reports.
Is North Korea trying to go back on its word? The regime's National Defense Commission said Wednesday that South Korea is interpreting the North's words for its own advantage and warned such actions could dampen relations. The statement comes just a week after a landmark inter-Korean agreement. Pyongyang had expressed regret over the recent landmine explosion that left 2 South Korean soldiers seriously injured, which Seoul considers equivalent to an apology by international standards.
Briefly saying regret is nothing more than an expression of I feel sorry for what you've been through.
In response, South Korea's Unification Ministry said this was not the time to be quarreling over the agreement.
It is not the time to argue about what's right or what's wrong. I reiterate that it is time for South and North Korea to sincerely implement and follow what has been agreed together.
Experts say North Korea's latest remarks should not be taken too seriously since it's most likely intended for a domestic audience.
But I think a lot of the domestic factors are playing into this somewhat, given that the North Koreans did not really come out on top in this negotiation. And so they would have to sell while still at the same time saving face.
As for to what extent the statement will affect the inter-Korean agreement, they say it depends on whether South Korea wants to move beyond simple talks to more substantive matters to improve future relations. Hwang Sung, Arirang News.